Video 5.2, Indefinite Pronouns, Inverted Subjects. First, indefinite pronoun. An indefinite pronoun expresses an amount or refers to an unspecified person or thing. Some indefinite pronouns are always singular and take singular verbs. Others are always plural. For example, everyone in Mr. Ray's algebra classes works hard. In this case, everyone is the subject, and it's an indefinite pronoun, and it's singular. So we would say he or she works hard. So we need a singular verb, works. Or neither of the movies is a mystery. Neither is the subject. It's an indefinite pronoun. It's also singular. So we would say it is a mystery. We can say he, she, or it if the subject is singular. And finally, both of Kim's uncles make custom furniture. Both is the subject. It's an indefinite pronoun, and in this case it's plural. So we would say they make custom furniture. To help remember these, here's a list of indefinite pronouns that always are singular. Anybody, anyone, each, either, everybody, everyone, neither, nobody, no one, somebody, and someone. You should write these down in your notes. These words, indefinite pronouns, are always plural. Both, few, many, several. And then some of the indefinite pronouns are either singular or plural. The indefinite pronouns all, any, most, and some can be either singular or plural. Depending on the word they refer to, these pronouns take either a singular or plural verb. For example, all of your work is excellent. All is the subject, and it's singular. It's referring to work, which is singular. So we need a singular verb, is. We would say it is excellent. Or all of the farmers are planting winter wheat. All, again, is the subject. It's referring to farmers, which is plural, so we would say the verb is plural. We would say they are planting winter wheat. So are planting is the plural verb. Or any of the food is delicious. Any is the subject. It's referring to food, which is singular. So we need a singular noun or verb, is. We would say any is delicious or it is delicious. And finally, any of these packages look interesting. In this case, any is the subject, but it's referring to packages, which is plural. So any is plural in this case. We would say they look interesting. So look is the plural verb. And then, of course, none. None is especially tricky. You're going to use a singular verb only when you can think of the subject, none, as none of it. But use a plural verb when you can substitute none of them. For example, none of the test is easy. In this case, we can substitute none of it is easy. But we would say none of your answers are right. In this case, we would say none of them are right. So we have a plural. Inverted subjects. A verb must agree with the subject even when the subject follows the verb. So don't get confused. Here's an example. In a wooden box at the top of the closet are all our old photographs. The subject is actually the very last word, photographs. It's plural. So the verb needs to be plural, are. We would say they are in a wooden box. Or where are your copies of the reports? In this case, copies is the subject. It's plural, so we would have a plural verb, are. We would say they are where. Or here's a book I really like. Remember, here and there are never subjects, so the subject is book, and it's singular, which means we have a singular verb, is. We would say it is here. And finally, predicate nominative. Remember what that is? A verb agrees with the subject, not the predicate nominative. So you want to find the subject and then make the verb agree. Don't try to make the verb agree with the predicate nominative. For example, Karen's favorite dessert is strawberries. The subject is dessert, and it's singular, so the verb is singular, is. You would say it is strawberries. Strawberries is the predicate nominative, and even though that's plural, that doesn't matter. Or the subject of his report is solutions to combat crime. In this sentence, the subject is subject, and it's singular, so the verb is. We would say it is solutions. Don't get confused by the predicate nominative solutions being plural. That doesn't matter. So let's take a practice test. We're going to choose the correct verb. We're going to underline the subject of each sentence and then choose the correct verb in parentheses. Number 1. One of the nicknames for an American is or are Yankee. In this sentence, the subject is one. And remember, one is always singular, so we are just going to use a singular verb, is. One is, or we could say it is. Number 2. None of our other national parks has or have as many geysers as Yellowstone. Now remember, are we going to say none of it or none of them? And it looks like in this case, since it's national parks, plural, we would say none of them. So none have or they have. So it's a plural. None have as many geysers. Number 3, few is or are as beautiful as Yosemite in California. And few is always plural, so we are going to say are as a plural verb. They are as beautiful. And number 4, which part of Niagara Falls is or are in Canada? In this sentence, part is the subject. It's singular. So the verb is singular as well, is. It is in Canada. Good luck trying to find the correct verb on your own.